Lord, Lord,
Have
Lord,
mercy,
Lord.
man. What the fuck, yo? God damn. Hold on. Let me do something real quick, kid. Let me do something real quick.
Oh, do you think? Do you think, man? Do you think?
I told you. Time and time again. I told you. Y'all tried to put Kurt on the goddamn pedestal. And look what the fuck happened. Y'all fell for the okie doke. Y'all fell for the okie doke. Are you in? Wow. You lost to the damn 900. These motherfuckers like 20 and 107 for the last 4-5 years. And you lost to them. Wow. I'm just wow. I just wow. We made Tyrod Taylor look like. Didn't I tell y'all stop goddamn believing in anybody that damn Raheem? This son bitch gave up. It's Tyrod Taylor. Jeff Ulbrich couldn't even stop Tyrod Taylor and a bunch of backup wide receivers. This is incredible. But what did we just say? Y'all got all happy because the Falcons beat the Jets and Kirk Cousins threw one bomb to trash can Mooney. Y'all thought we was back. We tried to tell y'all. When are y'all gonna listen? Why do y'all do yourself like this? Why do you do yourself like this? Why? You guys gonna learn, bro. Y'all gonna learn to leave that bum bitch on the sideline. We tried to tell you. Nobody wanted to listen to us. We got back blasted by Tyrod Taylor, and I don't even know who they top receiver. Let me look at this. Y'all go ahead.
It was AD Mitchell.
That was 80. I thought it was 80. All right, I thought it was 80.
80 Mitchell.
We tried to tell y'all.
Tried to tell you.
Like I
said, the special team, Marquise Williams need to be thrown in the garbage. He need to be thrown in the garbage. This is bullshit right here. Ain't no way in hell. You telling me?
Wow.
That we literally sat here and watched Tyrod Taylor, a quarterback who is known for not taking any chances, come in here and win the goddamn game for the Jets.
The damn Jets.
We have an opportunity to close the game out in the fourth quarter, and we throw the ball 3 times. David Seals would have dropped.
Back to back. That's a crazy.
Darnell Mooney would have dropped.
I said this shit, man. I said that if they shy away from Bijan Robinson on that last drive, we gonna end up losing this game.
Yeah, and they did exactly
that, and we lost. I'm like, see, that's that bullshit I be talking about. It's funny to the point we know they full of shit, but it's to the point that I can sense the bullshit before it happened. And it happened.
So throughout the game, we used the identity, which is Bijan and Tyler, throughout the game, and in the closing moments, we want Kirk Cousins to throw us into victory. What the fuck is we talking about here?
Retarded, just dumb stuff, man. Dumb stuff.
Why is my quarterback throwing passes in the fourth quarter when we up?
He can't throw the ball 20 yards consistently. I'm baffled.
Hell?
I am baffled, yo. I really am baffled.
We had, like I said, the Atlanta. Hold on. Go ahead, Truth. I gotta look something up.
It was hard, man. It's hard being a fan of these folks, man. It's hard, man. I ain't really got, man. I don't.
Juju can't even talk, y'all.
I'm gone, man. I'm gone.
It's funny when you think about some negative stuff. Like that's hard. It's really hard.
Let me put these numbers into perspective. Bijan Robinson had a total of 193 total yards and 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts with 82 receiving yards. And we decided to throw the fucking football in the fourth quarter.
Took the ball out of our top players' hands again. We're notorious for that type of shit.
Exactly. Can I say one more thing to add the icing on the cake, please?
Go ahead, do you think?
So we lost. We know we lost to the New York Jets, the Jets. But Carolina just beat the Rams.
Yeah.
What the hell? What parallel universe we living in right now? Oh my goodness.
It's man.
But look, I'm just saying, Marquise Williams, whatever this special team shit is, need to be thrown in the garbage. I'm just gonna say it right now. The special teams was awful today. It was awful when they needed to be. What the fuck was this? Tyrod Taylor, whose whole reputation in the NFL is a motherfucker that's just gonna do the bare minimum, and he sat here and he led the Atlanta Falcons down to a victory doing the bare minimum.
The bare minimum. I like I said, I don't know what else to say, bro. It's not even. This was
the thing that I was worried about the most going into this game, because I know everybody was, but and like Don said, you got what you wanted.
You got everything that you wanted. They're running a bunch of over routes, a lot of drag routes. I'm like, we ain't did that all year consistently. We doing that. Like everything that we saw offensively, we should have been doing all season. We did it today. We did it today.
Look. I'm just looking at this. The defense, when we needed it the most, played like shit.
It's to me right now. Like
Marquise Williams, throw that shit in the garbage. Fuck you.
I gotta start drinking Pedialyte, man. After watching this stuff. For real. It's making me sick.
Oh man. I'm baffled. I really am baffled. Like I can't believe this, bro.
Darnell Mooney led this wide receiver room in receiving yards in this game with 2 receptions for 25 yards.
2 receptions. 2 of them. Wow. Jew, you got
What's up,
anything?
Jew? Well, go ahead, Jew. Go ahead, Jew. We need the word, Reverend.
Look, man, I'm not gonna holler. I'm not gonna scream. I say it every single week. The drop by Seals at the end of on that last drive, the drop by Mooney, you can't have it. Those are the moments where you just talked about, Kev. When we need guys to make plays, they're not finishing plays. The one for Seals was just unexcusable. In your hands and you drop it. Like how many times have we seen that this year? That sums up this year. Almost but not enough. Every single game we say the same thing. Like you're watching a rerun over and over again. The team marches down, they're lining up for a field goal. It doesn't make sense. Like this, we had our opportunities, but we're just letting them slip. We're not capitalizing on the plays when they need to be made. Pierce, hats off to James Pierce making that sack, towards the end of the game to get us the ball back. The defense buckled down. I mean, I don't know what else, you can ask for. At the end of the day, the offense had the opportunity to go down and drive the ball. They didn't do it. But I keep continuously saying, and I said this, I preview, cannot turn over the ball. Agnew, why are you even catching the ball on the 2-yard line? Why? Like, he muffs it, but why are you even catching the ball? Let it bounce into the end zone. 9 times out of 10, if he just moves out the way, like that ball goes into the end zone. Why are you even trying to catch that in that situation? You see what I'm saying? So it's like we're doing dumb stuff, boneheaded plays. He had no business even trying to field that punt. He had no business trying to field it. And then Marquise Williams,
Throw him in the
special
garbage.
team.
Throw that shit in the garbage.
Okay,
Ain't no reason that you score a touchdown and your special teams give up a 78 to 80-yard return.
bro, they put them within the 10-yard line on 2 plays. The muff punt, which gave them the first touchdown they scored, and then they run it down 80-some yards down to like the 4 or 5-yard line. Those 2 plays right there changed the game. That's 14 points right there. You flip the game on its head. That's why I say it's 2 to 3 plays that always change the game. But my problem is this. Because we know we can't cover kicks, why are we not telling Pinion to kick it into the end zone every single time? I would say boot it into the end zone every single time because we cannot cover. For whatever reason, I didn't know D'Angelo Malone was that good. He needs a raise. Because since D'Angelo Malone got hurt, it seemed like we can no longer cover kicks. I don't know what it is, but since the losing streak, we have not been able to cover kicks. This is not the first game we've seen a long kickoff return, almost scored for a touchdown. It was multiple in the last game we played, the last couple games we played. So at the end of the day, the coaching staff should be telling Penn, kick it in the end zone, in the back of the end zone every single time. I don't care if they get on the 35-yard line because their offense wasn't doing anything. The Jets special teams won them the game in this game. Them 2 plays or the 14 points we're talking about, their offense didn't have to do nothing for that first play because the ball basically he caroms it, drops it on the 2-yard line. So that's an easy punch in score for their running back. And then the one where they run it down all the way. And to be honest, dude just ran out of energy. It won't like Nathan Brooks actually caught him. He just ran out of energy and just failed. He ran out of gas. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is, man. This team, I kept saying in my preview show that the Jets are not a good team and we're not a good team, obviously, because we keep doing this stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And I say it week in and week out. Good teams do the fundamentals consistently, and we don't. We drop punts, we drop kicks, we just do stuff at the wrong moments. We drop passes,
We
like
going
all
for
of this,
30-yard bombs when you need 3 of them.
bro. I said, how many times have I said, ain't nobody scared of our wide receivers? We want to release Ray McLeod like we got guys that can actually play behind him. These guys didn't do nothing special today. Yes, I was proud of David Seals. He caught the ball off his shoestrings and ran it in, but that was basically just like a bubble screen. Like he's not doing nothing special. Ain't nobody scared of him. Great receiver,
Nobody.
if Drake is right there, Drake's not dropping that pass when he comes across the middle. He's saying why Drake is the number one. All those people saying, is Drake that good? Them 50-50 balls, Drake, how many times have we seen this year Drake go up and make that kind of play? On 2-3 people. That's the difference between having a David Seals, no disrespect, and having those upper echelon guys in the league. So at the end of the day, like I said it all year long with Ray McCloud. Ray McCloud is somewhere laughing at us. Because he like, okay, if they had me out there, maybe it would look a little bit better. But they was too cocky, too much ego, and they released them because they were in their feelings. So at the end of the day, man, like I said, this is not a good team. We have splash plays here and there, but every team has splashes here and there. We seen it with the Jets today. Look, a dead clock is right twice a day. The same thing with this Falcons team. We have good moments, but we're not a good team. Let's just keep it real. We're too inconsistent. When we need plays to be made, we don't make them. Good teams make plays when it's time to make the big play. That's the difference between a good team and a bad team. Good play, like you said, when you're a good defense, when you need a stop, you get one. When you're a good offense, when you need a first down or need a touchdown, you handle your business. We haven't closed games. Let's be honest. If I go pull up the box score from every single game, almost every single one of these games we've lost are one possession games. That's inconsistency. No excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses for this team. At the end of the day, man, we gotta laugh at it. Like getting mad at it, screaming, hollering, man. Just like I said before, after we go to the Panthers, throw this whole team and season in the garbage.
LT, what's happening, man?
Boy, I tried to told you. That damn coaching staff gonna ruin your day. But listen, they doing me a favor by losing. Because every game they lose is a close opportunity for that coaching staff to get fired. Them boys don't deserve no job. And don't get me wrong, I was on the wave that you could possibly give Jeff Ulbrich an opportunity even if you did fire Raheem and Zach Robinson. Scratch him too. Like, I mean, people might say, well, the defense playing well or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, they still are. They're not making key stops. They're giving up certain plays. Like, y'all made Tyrod Taylor look competent today. Of all people, y'all do realize Tyrod basically playing with one lung. You know, I don't think people realize that Tyrod is literally playing with one lung, and he beat us today. We didn't even lose to Justin Fields. We lost to Tyrod Taylor. That is hilarious. That is quite hilarious to me.
You said one long. I remember Stillmatic album. I forgot he had a line like he said his homie smoked with one lung. If he cough, he might die.
You know what? I'm out of here.
I'm just saying, throw all this bullshit in the garbage. Ain't no way in hell that you sat here and it no, nigga, I can't accept this. This is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit.
Let me say one more thing, Kev, and I'm gonna let it go. With this offense, there's way too many empty opportunities, empty drives. I think they said like the first 4 drives we got nothing on offense. Even when the defense is playing well, eventually they're gonna wear down. So like as much as I want to say in LT, what's good, man? I agree with you when you talk about Jeff Ulbrich. This defense is playing well. The problem is when you have an offense that cannot score, take this from somebody that his whole family are Chicago Bear fans. And all they've had since I've been alive is defense, but no offense to carry them. When you don't have a one side of the ball that's not pulling their weight, and really it's 2 sides of the ball not pulling their weight. The defense is playing decent or playing well, but the special teams is playing horrible. The offense is playing horrible. So the defense can only do so much. I've seen games where this defense will get us turnovers after turnovers after turnovers, but the offense don't do nothing with it. So it's like, bro, at the end of the day, The defense can only do so much. It was like the Monday night game when I watched with the 49ers and with the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers intercepted 3 passes from dang on Brock Purdy. But because the offense didn't do nothing and capitalize, even if you give your offense good field position, they got to score points. You see what I'm saying? Like the defense, why is the defense always having to rescue this team? The offense got to do something. There's no reason why you score no points almost in the first half against the Jets. I'm just being honest. Minus Quentin Williams, minus Sauce Gardner. No excuse for that.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Drew. I fully understand where you're coming from, what you're saying. You are absolutely correct. The only problem is when I've seen a Super Bowl score that was 13-3, defense can do a little better. And I'm not saying that we don't. I'm not saying we got that type of defense or coaching staff, but I mean we did score 24 points. And these guys can attest to say I've always said 24 points should be enough for us to win football games. It still isn't. And I've been saying this for a long time. 24 points should be enough for you to win football games if your defense is competent. Don't get me wrong. Them boys get about 5 sacks. They get a couple turnovers. They play ball. But it comes a point in the game where when you absolutely need it, they don't always come through. And I say absolutely need it.
Well, let me say this, just looking at a few numbers. So when you talk about the problem is we're just not making the right plays in crunch time. I know a lot of people probably saying, well, we scored 24 points, but what Jules referring to is like we're bad on first and second down. When you're that bad consistently on first and second down, this is why the offense, and I keep reiterating. Kirk Cousins is done. Okay, he's done.
Cook.
The dude cannot on third down. The Falcons. Do y'all know what third down was? The numbers on third down was?
Hold on. So you said the third down?
Yeah. This is back to back.
Okay, so hold on. Let me. I got the numbers here. So third down efficiency for the Falcons this game was 4 for 12. So that was 30%.
That's 30%. So the thing is, like, yeah, you scored 24 points, but the problem is first and second down is so bad. Nobody respects Kurt whatsoever. So all they're doing is just bringing everybody, and this is just a testament to how great Bijan Robinson is. Despite I'm talking about no threat wide receivers, none. Okay, look, at this point in time, okay, I'm a better receiver than half these motherfuckers, okay? All of them suck. Every last one of them. We got Kyle Pitts out here playing tight end and wide receiver, and our wide receiver still can't catch more passes than him. Let me say that again. So since y'all probably didn't understand that, Kyle Pitts is getting more targets, getting more receptions than our whole wide receiving core. That's the problem. And the problem with this, we got 2 jackasses, the head coach and the offensive coordinator, that thought it was perfectly fine not to bring in no more. And to go with Don said, we decide we want to get rid of Ray Magoof, okay? Yeah, that son bitch goofy as hell. But you can't tell me that David Seals is better than him. Then Drummond, these guys out here catching 5 and 6 yard curls.
Let me put these let me put these overall numbers up. So when it comes to this game, the total yards, the Atlanta Falcons outgained the Jets 389 to 269. Passing yards, Falcons 222 to 159. Rushing yards, 167 to 110. Yards per play, 5.8 for the Falcons, 4.3 for the Jets. First downs, 25 to 16. Total plays, 67 to 63. But here's the biggest and time of possession. Falcons, 33 minutes to the Jets, 27 minutes. Here's the big problem. Third down efficiency. Falcons, 4 for 12. Jets, 7 for 16.
And you know what that says, Kevin? That shows you that the Atlanta Falcons is a fundamentally flawed football team. How many times we got to say this, fellas? What's the motto for AFN? What's the motto? Coaching will make or break your fucking football team. You are 4-8. You are 4-8. This will be your 8th consecutive season of not making the playoffs, man. And people want us to continue to have this coaching staff on this football team? Nah, unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Schematics, man. Everything you said, we did most of the right things. It's just schematics is an issue, and that falls on the coaching staff.
It's all about fundamentals, man. If you don't have the fundamentals, you ain't winning. Period. Point blank. And we say it all the time. Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you got to say? I'll coincide. Go ahead.
I was saying what LT said earlier. LT and Jew, like the play that James Pierce did, the sack towards the end of the game, that right there should have iced the game for the Jets, and we should have did something on offense to just at least get in field goal range to win the game. And we couldn't do that.
Yeah, because he threw 3 horrible passes. He had no business throwing that lob ball in the rain with Kyle Pitts. That right there in this type of weather, it's just, you don't throw that.
Run the ball.
In that type of weather, run the ball. That's it. Ground and pound the football, especially in the Northeast, where you go against teams like the Jets, the Giants, New England, all that. You ground and pound the football. That's Darnell Mooney dropped another pass in key situation. David Seals, like these are the things that we're talking about. Yeah, these are like this is bad. I don't look. The problem is with this team. Everybody can keep pointing at the players, but this team is schematically disgustingly bad. I don't think people realize this. Like we can see, we're getting by. We got 4 wins on the season because of our overall talent. I hope y'all know that. Having a guy, I'm telling y'all right now, this picture what a guy like Todd Bowles would do with this team, this defense. Oh, Bill Belichick or Rex Ryan or I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of them. I'm talking about the people that are not so-called legends, okay? We know they are legends as far as they're concerned. I'm talking about the defensive coordinator that don't have a reputation like them. They would be better than this. There's no reason why this team should not be winning the South right now. There's no reason why they can't be. Outside of schematics, and like I said, look at this. Look at this. Let me explain something to y'all.
Like I said, this is why that's why I call these niggas. This is some Masu type shit. This is Masu. If you don't know who Masu is, look that shit up. Go ahead.
Can I just add that and I'm not trying to bring up old memories like that, but if Arthur Smith and Dean Pease was coaching this team, how far we'll be right now?
Oh, well, we would definitely be in a better position with Arthur Smith and Dean Pease right now. I tell you that. if they won, but this talent, we probably be in a better position right now.
Bijan had almost 200 yards by himself, and you can't come up with a scheme to capitalize off that offensively.
But here's the thing, Mike. Now that you just said that, Bijan has had 4 games where he's totaled over 150 yards, man. 4 games, and you can't do nothing with that.
This man literally carrying the game on his back. Games on his back, and then when it's time for us to actually win the game, they get
They took the ball out of his hand and tried to make Kirk Cousins the hero. That's what
they take the ball out of his hand and try to put it in somebody else's hand to win the game. Makes no sense.
But this is the coach that some people wanted, though. This is what they wanted.
Bijan Robinson had 190, almost 193 total yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's damn near 40% of the offense. Damn near 40% of the offense.
Oh yeah, 40%. He's recruited more than 150 yards for 4 games.
And in the most crucial moments, you gave this. You tried to give it to Kirk Cousins. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Drew. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
No way in hell.
That when you have an opportunity to close the game with less than 2 minutes to go, you don't give it to Bijan and Tyler
Put the ball. They had Bijan Robinson. This is how bad our and this is why this is unforgivable about Raheem is that. In the crunch time when we needed to close the game out with just a first down and running it out, guess what we decided to do?
We threw the ball 3 times.
We threw the ball 3 times. Bijan was in the slide, Cam. Bijan running route.
3.
Now that y'all say that.
When you needed to close, when you needed to close the game out, the identity, and Drew would attest me to this. The identity of your offense is Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. We seen it all game that Bijan and Tyler are the guys that you need to run this offense around. And in the most critical situations, we throw the ball 3 times. Get the fuck out of here. I can't. I'm not going to believe that.
We threw the ball 3 times and put the ball in Kirk Cousins. This dude can't even throw 30 yards consistently without that shit hanging in the air for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
What are we doing, bro?
Kirk's arm is cuffed, man. It's just like they're trying to die on that sword, man. But clearly, anybody with common sense can see that you run the football in those situations. That's why when we talk about people in the chat, just when we talk about situational football, when you have a chance to finish and get a dub, you run the football in those situations.
Let me ask y'all something.
That's the biggest problem about this coaching staff.
Let me ask everybody something. Let me ask everybody a question. When you got the lead 27-7, or even if it's tied, let's just, for argument's sake, let's just say it's tied, and you have an opportunity to win the game, or at least go up by a score. You got Bijan Robinson on the team. You got an old, broken down, decrepit
Kirk Cousins. Who are you taking your chance with? Just if you a play caller, who are you taking your chance with? I don't think it's rocket science, but I really want to know what everybody is thinking.
I'm gonna say it like this: if you got the game tied in that situation, the thing about it is you run the football. The worst that you do is you get it in overtime. Because the thing is, when it's tied and it's 2 minutes left in the game, the clock is your ally.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. That's
The
exactly
clock is your ally. The fact that you threw the ball 3 times,
3 times,
and your wide receivers drop the passes. My thing is, if you was gonna throw the ball, you throw to the motherfucker that was catching the ball all game, which was Kyle Pitts, which was is throwing me off a rip.
Yes.
If Kyle Pitts was your leading receiver,
they had no answers for him, Cam. That's the crazy part. They had no answers. He was running through those guys.
You would come up with plays to get the ball to him if you was going to throw the football. Y'all literally came up with plays for Darnell Mooney, who was 2 for 25 for the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
David Seals, who was 2 for 15 the whole game. And thought that they was going to come up with some damn plays.
Darnell Mooney had 5 targets and caught 2 of them. I don't know why I'm paying this man $13, $14, $15, $16 million to only get 5 targets. That big inexcusable. Picture T. Higgins not getting the ball, y'all. Just picture that. That's a number 2.
My biggest question is, on a 3rd and 3,
this right here.
On a 3rd and 3,
yo, Kirk freaking Cousins.
Why the fuck Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball 40 yards down the field when you had a Charlie Warner who was open on a 3rd and 3? This comes back to what I talk about when it's talking about keep it simple, stupid, but the stupid is trying to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest problem, that the reason why the Falcons are 4-8 so far this season. Instead of keeping it simple, stupid,
bro, we running wide receiver screen with David Seals. Man, are you kidding me, bro? That right there was a bright idea.
Man, they said funny how they use Kyle on drag routes and getting him running is exactly how I use him. Man, Eric Glenn using heavy man concepts, so why not have them chase Kyle on mesh routes?
On mesh routes. That's what they were saying. Oh boy, this is exactly what they pointed out. This is the reason why this is why guys like Kurt Warner are saying this. It's like, I just don't understand what these dudes are doing. It makes no sense. That's the frustrating part about it. Especially with this roster and these guys on, like, you should have a game plan for when Bijan and Tyler is hot like they were hot today. You should have an unlimited source And Kel, let's talk about that play sheet that we saw today. Did you see that play sheet?
You talking about that Popeye biscuit that you talking about a play sheet?
Yeah. He had all year long. He had a big ass dashboard. Okay, you know them sun blockers that you put on your dash.
Yeah,
He had
right.
He had one of them. And today, guess what? He had a Popeye biscuit with letters wrote on them as a play sheet today. And y'all trying to tell me that this is not a form of sabotage? Look, the worst thing that could ever happen to this Atlanta Falcons franchise is hiring Raheem. The worst thing that could have happened. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a black Negro at head coach ever again. If it ain't Dion, I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to be a player no more. If I see that son again, if I see him again, I am over it. This is despicable, and I'm talking about despicable. Okay, look, I want to spit all in your face. I'm talking about despicable.
I'm sitting here looking at the numbers. 80 Mitchell, 8 catches, 102 yards, 1 touch. Brees Hall, 68 yards. Appreciate you. And Tyrod Taylor, 172 total passing yards for 1 touchdown. Nigga, they didn't do nothing. That's
Nope.
The crazy thing about it.
Think about it from this standpoint. You had an AD Mitchell who dropped a wide open touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
2. Go ahead, Don.
Damn, y'all that depressed? Y'all niggas don't want to talk no more?
Mike, I'll say this, man. This is why we tried to tell this fan base that that Raheem was the wrong damn hire for this team, and now you see. I said, people in the chat. Now you see what we're talking about. I mean, this is a talented team, but you got dumber and dumber on your coaching staff. And because of Dumb and Dumber, you are now heading towards your 8th consecutive season without making the playoffs. Sometimes let this be a lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Because a lot of you wanted this. Y'all can say, no, I ain't want this. I ain't want that. Yes, you did.
I just ain't got nothing to say, man, because I'm just at this point, like, the hell. You know, it's like I can say all, like I said, we can say all the right things to make this team better, but you know, I'm not out there making decisions, you know, and they definitely ain't listening to us. If they would, they'd be better. I'm not trying to sound arrogant right now. It's just a fact.
Oh, I am. I'll say it for you.
Like I'm again, like we everybody was all in the clouds last week after we beat the Saints. Yeah, we beat the Saints. We back.
Everybody was happy.
I'm like, bro, like, come on now. The Saints are a horrible team. Look how they lost today.
They're 2-10, and everybody was happy.
They're tanking. They are tanking. They're tanking. Yeah, they try to play competitive against us. Okay, cool. Because it's a rivalry game. It's gonna be like that. But they tanking, man.
Look at Mo. God dang. He said the Falcon made the playoff. Ain't made the playoffs since he was in 6th grade. Graduated high school in 24. That's bad, bro.
And let me say this one thing. I was about to lose my shit. I was literally about to jump out this window if Isaiah Oliver would have caught that pick.
Yeah.
Bro,
I would have been happy. Y'all know how much I love Isaiah.
I
I
ain't
love
like
that
I
dude.
would have, bro. I would have jumped out the window. I'm like, bro, this man that
My
caught a
day.
pick against us and won the game like that,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I would have been mad.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
I
It
mean,
was
you
so
just
many
gotta
ways the
chalk it
Falcons
up.
could have lost this game, but losing it like this is just like, we try to tell you.
I mean, Don, you just have to chalk it up to the fact that this is a fundamentally flawed football team that can't finish because you have Dumb and Dumber in your coaching staff. The only way changes are going to happen if Arthur Blank says to himself, "Enough's enough, man." The next time, and I'll say this: the next time he wants to coach, he better go with the person that he wants. Forget what everybody else is talking about. I mean, for years he's wanted certain coaches, but he allows someone else to meddle in get in his ear and say, "Oh, don't go with that." Next time, go with the coach that you want, so we can finally get somewhere. Otherwise, it will be the 9th consecutive season not making the playoffs next season. I
Man,
just
at the
keep
end of the day,
100.
I didn't mean to cut you off, man. Like at the end of the day, I've said this over and over again with Zach Robinson, and Kirk Cousins even said it. The man don't know how to set up plays. That's the problem. We're in way too many third and long situations. That's why we're bad on third down. Kirk Cousins cannot move a lick. So now teams know, and that's why I said the season was going to ride on Michael Penix. Now that Kirk Cousins is in there, he cannot go anywhere. He can't move nowhere. So anytime pressure
Nowhere.
comes, that ball has to come out quick, and then his arm is shot. As Mike said, even when he throws the ball in the flats to Bijan, you see how long that ball takes to get to Bijan. By the time Bijan catch the ball and
Yep.
try to turn around, the guy's right on him. The difference between Penix and Kirk Cousins is Penix throws his guys open. Kirk Cousins' arm is shot. Period. He can't move. He's not athletic. He's never been super athletic. But now he's just a statue in the pocket. So it's easy for teams. Like it was numerous times in the game where I'm like, dang, he about to get a dang on intentional ground because he can't even get. When you talk about get out the tackle box, dude can't move.
He
You see
can't
what I'm
move
saying?
at
So
all. Yeah.
he can't move at all. So I'm like, he getting tracked down by defensive tackles. Like when one play he got sacked, it's like,
Yeah.
bruh, when he got sacked on the play when Lindstrom basically just pulled the dude to the ground. I'm like, Kurt, just step up and take off. You don't have to even be fast because Lindstrom took the dude to the ground, but he literally took Kurt to the ground and the defensive tackle to the ground because Kurt is not moving nowhere. He's sitting in the same spot. So like I said, man, this team, like you said, we flawed all over the place. The coaching staff is bad. Where Raheem Morris went wrong was he didn't get guys that had any type of experience. Because Zach Robinson, his problem
Yeah.
is he's wet behind the ears. He has no experience. So think about yourself on your job when you first started. That's what we got in Zach Robinson, and he on the highest level doing it with somebody that don't have no experience. So the dude just doesn't know what to do. Like we said, why would you throw it 3 times at the end of the game? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's randomly just picking and choosing plays. He's not looking at how many times I said it's a rhythm to a game. He don't understand rhythm. He don't understand none of that. Even if something works, he don't know how to go back to it. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
know he don't know what he's doing.
Just
How many
G.
times do we see on those bootlegs where Kyle Pitts is wide open and you don't go back to that? I mean, he was getting 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. They were
You
leaving
had to have a playoff for that, Jew. You got to have a playoff for that.
bro. He don't understand how to set up plays though. That's the problem. He don't understand. So that's why when you say first and second downs are bad and we end up in third and long, because he don't know how to set up plays. So he don't know how, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this and then off of this, I'm gonna run something else. He don't know how to do that. So when we talk about adjustments, the Falcons don't make no type of adjustments. For first half, the second half, those teams they're making adjustments throughout the game. We're not one of those teams because we got a rookie calling the plays. So when you got a rookie that's calling the plays, this is what you get. You get, like I said, inconsistencies. You have certain games where like, oh wow, but like Mike said earlier, the games that we did play well, we're dominating off pure talent. Drake London is just a superstar talent. Bijan Robinson, you heard Jonathan Vilma on the telecast say, man, they got like 8 and 9 men in the box, and Bijan still making plays. How many times do we see Bijan in the backfield stop on the dime, make somebody miss, and then break outside and run for another 7, 8 yards? That normally for an average running back, that's a tackle for loss. Well, a lot of times Bijan making that first initial man missing the backfield, and then he has the vision. I don't know if y'all saw that play when he was cutting towards the inside, and then he looked and broke back outside. That play won't. He was like the play was supposed to go front side, but because Bijan has great vision, he's saying he can feel. Oh man, everybody's they got it blocked up, and he has the vision to break outside. But most players, that's a tackle for loss. That's why a lot of times when they give Tyler Algier the ball in those situations, it's only like a 1 or 2 yard game where Bijan can make it a 20-yard game because he's going to see that opening. He just has that innate ability that he's making plays. Like I said, at the end of the day, our coaches are not even smart enough to know when the game is on the line to get a ball to your best player. So when you don't know that, bro, we behind the 8 ball because y'all talked about it. Bijan didn't touch the ball on that last drive. That's a problem. You didn't attempt to throw him a bubble screen. You didn't even attempt to give him the ball. You gave the ball to David Seals and Mooney. That says everything you need to know when Bijan and Pitts were the ones that was cooking. That tells you everything you need to know right there, that when the game is on the line, you don't even go back to your star players, and you don't even have no plays drawn up. Like I said, when you're on the last drive of games, you got to have a bread and butter play to go to, Mike. Like, it got to be some bread and butter where you say, okay, the game is on the line. When you playing certain teams, you know who getting the ball. If we playing the Rams and the game is on the line, Puka's finna get the ball. Devontae Adams is finna get the ball. They're not finna get a ball to Kyron Williams. They're not finna get a ball to their tight end. The Falcons don't have that common sense. We don't have that common sense. That's the problem. When the game is on the line, we'll give the ball to who you least suspected, David Seals. And what happened? David Seals dropped it because David Seals had no business getting the ball in that situation. He had no business.
Trying to look smart. You're trying to look smart, but you're looking dumb. You're really looking dumb. And that's the thing that we see. You've been saying all year. Ain't no reason for me to get a ball to anybody. If a game is up 5, and I say this all the time, in basketball, the Warriors are down 5, right? What, about 4 or 5 minutes left? I know who I'm running plays for. I know. Draymond set the pick. Everybody set a pick for Steph. That's it. How freaking hard is that? If Steph can't get us back in the game, we don't need to be in the game.
Nah, coaches gonna say get a ball to the Draymond. They gonna say, Steph, you set the screen for Draymond to take the open 3.
No, come on, man. This stuff don't make sense. We didn't even run plays. The crazy part, we were in one, and I hate that fade in the rain. Because as a receiver, you don't have a visor, and you throwing the ball up and water getting all in. That's a terrible, terrible pass.
Think about it from that standpoint. We ran 13 personnel majority of the first 3 quarters, but when we needed to do it in the most, we sitting here running pistol.
Yep. We running a pistol and the gun.
With a quarterback that got cement in his cleats.
They know he ain't going nowhere.
I don't understand.
This right here, Americans. If Kyle is killing it, call play for him until they show that they can stop it. The same with Bijan. It's not that difficult.
You can try, like you said.
Like you said, that make it difficult. That's the problem.
Like you said, their thing is they trying to make Kirk Cousins be the hero.
Yep.
That's all that shit came down.
They've been looking for every opportunity to put Kirk in all year. Why do y'all think they didn't try hard enough to trade Kirk? They didn't even try. You can get a 4th rounder for him. And you can tell, hey, look, we'll pay the rest of it. Y'all just pay about 10, 15 million of the rest of the contract. We'll do the rest. They didn't even try that. They kept him on the team and said, well, he's better with us. Why? Look, it looked like a dumb move now.
They didn't want to give up their trump card, Mike, and now it's blowing up in their
They
face.
didn't want to. They didn't want to. Look, this come down to they didn't want to be wrong. Okay, they didn't want to be wrong. It's simple as that. And that damn idiot. Guess what the dude says? Well, we're not gonna talk about that. That's negative. He was asked whether or not they're gonna fire somebody. He said, "No, we're not gonna talk about that. We don't talk about that in there. It's too negative." Huh? You 4-8.
Hey, somebody need to be fired. Everybody need to be fired.
I mean, because this team is so behind the 8 ball. Because now you got a quarterback that you drafted in the first round. You're probably not going to see him next season. He's going to be out 9 to 12 months. You don't have a first round pick, and now you got a quarterback now that his arm is shot to hell. Then you got Dumb and Dumber on your coaching staff that want to make excuses and can't make adjustments on the fly, can't finish. What does that tell you?
I know what it tell me. Let me see what Easton Stick can do. Throw him in there. Put Kurt right on.
Hey,
You
you
know
for
what?
real, yo. For real.
Throw him on the bench. Let me see what Easton got. That's what I'm gonna say. The season over with anyway. Kurt, you ain't saying nothing. Kurt, get that clipboard. Easton, let me
If
see what you got.
it
You're
couldn't
up.
hurt, I'll just say that it couldn't hurt. I mean, let's put him in there, see what he can do. I mean, hell, you're not going to the playoffs, so you might as well figure out something.
You gotta see what Easton. Like Kurt ain't gonna look. What Kurt gonna do? We
I'm
out
tired
of
of
the
looking at
playoffs
Kurt.
now. We out of it.
We appreciate you, Kurt. You got your money. Now it's time to move on. Go ahead and be the quarterback coach. Coach up Easton. I want to see what
Yeah.
Easton can do. I need a quarterback that can move. I got to see his snails moving, snail arthritis tail moving in the pocket. Can't get out.
Bro,
No trouble.
he
I'm like,
can't
bro,
move, dude. That's the sad part.
it's bad, bro. It's bad. I mean, when I told y'all the first game when I seen him, when he played in the Miami game, I said, Kurt is cooked. I said it in the Raiders game last year. After that show, we had that, I think it was a Monday night game. We all went on that late night show, and I said, Kurt can't move. Get rid of him. Get him up out of here. He can't move, bro. The NFL, the days of you being statuesque and just standing there, bro, these guys are too athletic.
It's up. Yep, it's done.
He was hurt, to be honest. I thought he was hurt when he roughed the passer. Because even on that play, he couldn't get out the way. He got sandwiched, but it was like he just standing there. Like he can't move. So I'm like, at this point, Kurt, you a risk to yourself. You can't be able to move. He can't protect himself at this point. I know he
Yeah.
out there with pants and a helmet on, but the man can't protect himself. So I got to look out for what's best for you. Put Easton in there. Let's see what he got. Because at this point, the season is done with. And like I said, let's see what Easton can do. Because guess what? Penix is hurt. And you want to see if
Yep.
Easton can be the
Yep.
legitimate backup next year. And no reason to keep drawing this out. Because Kirk should not be here next year. If he's here next year, there's a problem. Eat the money.
Exactly.
Just eat the money and get rid of Kirk. It ain't nothing he can do to
Exactly.
save his team. He done. He's
Because
cooked.
with Penix, it's going to take him 9 to 12 months. And that includes rehab and everything else on top of that. When you have to go through a full reconstruction on your ACL. You had some people think that, oh, he was going to come back within under 6 months. Bro, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. So
Yeah, we gotta
now,
protect our assets too, bro.
You might well say it with Michael Pettis. He's out for 2026.
oh yeah, he's out. Anybody expecting him to come back, that's dead in the water. So now you're gonna have to either draft a quarterback or get a quarterback in free agency. Hey, that's what you got to do. It is what it is. Hey, so
Still need
I
rush
agree with
minutes
you.
back, like you said, bro.
Put Easton out there. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Put Easton out there, but I'm saying I wouldn't even rush Penix back, even if he say I'm healthy. Nope,
Yep.
we not. We're gonna
Yep.
protect our asset. We're not even forcing him back. We need to go out there and get a competent quarterback. But the problem is the play calling is just bad. So whoever you bring in, it's like they're not going to be able to run this offense efficiently because the offensive play calling is not efficient. So I don't care who you put back there. This could
Yeah.
be Tom Brady. If this was Tom Brady back there, I'm gonna tell you what would have happened. He would have scrapped this playbook. He would have cursed out Zach Robinson. I'm telling you what would have happened. And he would have said, "I'm taking over my own play calling." You think Peyton
Yeah.
Manning gonna sit back there and run this? Man, stop.
Yeah. But you know the sadder part about this, Jew, and I know I said this last week. I said this to Mike and a few of the other guys. It's sad about Penix, right? Because we are about to waste 3 years of his contract. 3 years of his contract. Because you put two coaches that can't coach, they just can't adjust. That's the problem. And people expected us, all of us here in this panel, to say, "Yo, man, oh man, y'all got to give this coach a chance." Get the fuck out of here. We told y'all this dude was the wrong hire, man. We told y'all. As Mike say, we told you so. We told you. Mad Mike told you.
I have
Time
never
and
said
time
that
again.
in my life. I don't know what you talk. I have never
Nah,
ever
that
even
nah,
said
nah, 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 that was me. I was like, we told you so. We told you
Say it again.
so.
Sing it. Sing it.
that.
Sing it, nigga.
We didn't get to the yams, but we told you so.
Sing it, nigga. Sing it.
And Shador ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Man,
Right?
Cleveland is not getting rid of Shador Sanders right
They're
now.
not
That
getting rid of
motherfucker
it.
making
Stop
that
that.
motherfucker making them too much money. Shador
Stop
Sanders ain't
that.
going no goddamn where. So
They're not getting rid of Sanders, man.
shut your bean pie eating ass up with that bullshit.
Anybody that thinking that Sanders is going to leave that team where he's now starting to get a lot of attention and a lot of people in Cleveland right now, because I got friends in Cleveland. You got folks out there now buying Sanders jerseys. So the owner of the Cleveland Browns, he's not going to let that cash cow go away, man. So that
No.
Shadur Sanders to Atlanta, get that shit out.
It ain't gonna happen,
Cool.
but I'm making the call. It ain't gonna happen, but I'll make the call. At this point,
Hey, you gotta at
anything
least
will do.
call. You got to. You gotta at least call.
Make a call. Yeah, make some calls, man. At the end of the day, look, make the call. We need to get Kirk up out of here. Look, Kirk, we thank you for your
Look,
services, but we botched this whole situation. We botched, as my man was saying, we botched the situation with Penix. We botched the situation with Kirk. There was no reason we gave him all that money that we gave him. I know at the time it looked good, but look, the Vikings had him in house. The man had played for them for over what 5, 6 seasons, and they weren't willing to give him the money he wanted. So
Yep,
clearly,
that
they
was
knew
a
something
warning
that we
sign.
didn't know. Yeah, they helped him through his rehab situation with the Achilles. So they knew. They said, "Look, bro, we gonna go with JJ McCarthy." So they told us, they gave us the signs right there that look, this a red flag. If anything, we should have gave Kirk a prove it.
The crazy part about this, man, the crazy part about all of this is the fact that you had a guy in Kirk Cousins who had torn his Achilles. He tore his Achilles, and you still signed him to a contract. That's the stuff that I did not understand. I didn't understand that at all. Even when he looked good, he still looked slow and old until defense
$180
is
million.
no, like the 180 million that he's not getting that. He's not gonna touch. But the thing is he should have never been given that opportunity to be the man this long. It should have been 1 year. Period. It should have been one deal. It should have been 1 year on that deal. That's it. So it was a huge risk to begin with. All right, so rest all starters, see what others can do early preseason for the team, find out who wants to get dirty and who just want a uniform. I mean, yeah, I could see that.
that makes sense, but the problem is the Kirk Cousins deal is pretty much what's going to screw this whole team up. It's going to screw everything up. And Rashad will attest to what I said about this. This is the karma of not appreciating the stability of the quarterback position.
Yeah, I thought it was just y'all thought you could just put anybody.
Y'all motherfuckers thought
It was so easy.
it was easy to replace quarterbacks and thinking that, oh yeah, we just replace quarterback year after year after year. No, nigga, if you don't have the right coaches to develop the quarterback position, this is the shit that we get.
Well, Kevin, as we've said, we're not gonna say his name, but people know who we're talking about. When you don't appreciate 14 years of consistency and someone that was an Iron Man at the quarterback position, and now you trade him away, and this is what you're dealing with, you're dealing with right now, yeah, this is what happens. I'll just say that.
Corey said Ritter was the healthiest quarterback the Falcons have had in the last 6 years.
Man, Randy Weatherford, real quick, kid. This Todd Monkey would be a good candidate. No, the fuck he won't.
No, the fuck you won't.
All he do is throw that. What's so good about him?
The only reason why y'all saying Todd Monkey because y'all thinking he'll bring Lamar Jackson.
They ain't slick. He gonna bring the offense here that's gonna have a mobile quarterback. I know why you guys are saying that. That Todd Monken already been in the NFL before he got to the Ravens, and he was fired then.
The reality of this situation is, if you're going to bring in a quarterback, you got to have the right coaches that'll be able to cultivate that quarterback into something. The problem is y'all thought that bringing in a quarterback who could run was going to be the problem solver, which was Marcus Mariota. And then you found out real quick that Marcus Mariota ain't going to give you the numbers that you thought you would. So you wanted to get somebody else that was going to do both.
Nobody's being hostile. Y'all got get out your damn feelings. Why y'all act like some punks every time somebody answers y'all damn questions? It was answering a question, okay? Damn, stop being so damn. We're not being. Todd Monken is not a good offensive coordinator. That's all we saying. He's not good.
Because
a couple times, including college. He was let go in college. He was let go in the NFL. He's just not a good.
Todd Monken was so good.
Lamar Jackson is he's been in the league for about 7 years. Okay, y'all.
Mike, you know why he's saying that, Mike.
I understand that.
No. I'm gonna say it. The reason why he's saying that is now people in Atlanta has realized that replacing the quarterback position ain't as easy as they thought it was.
Yes, it is, and I totally understand that. But the problem is when we answer questions, like don't answer a question if you're gonna get sensitive for it. We're answering the question. Todd Monken is not a good offense. There's no proof to say he's a good offensive coordinator outside of Lamar Jackson. That's not 1 year ain't good enough. Like y'all get so happy about freshmen with like the quarterback in Washington. We see him. Like I told y'all so many years. Give guys 4 years of consistency before we start labeling guys like good quarterbacks and good offensive coordinators. He's been with the Ravens 2 years, and this year the offense looked like trash. That's what it is. Ain't nobody being hostile. He's not good.
He's being honest because if Todd Monken, think about it. If Todd Monken was that official, he would have already had a head coaching job by now. He hasn't gotten it.
He would have had a number of offensive. The reason why Todd Monken got another shot in the NFL is because what happened in Georgia. Okay, those 2 years, 2 national. If you would have had no 2 natties, nobody would care about no Todd Monken.
So basically, what you're saying is it's another Georgia fan capping for another Georgia opportunity.
I mean, look, I don't know if that's true, but it sounds like that's what it seems like. There's no proof to say that Todd Monken, his like, let's be honest. He's essentially, if you're looking at Todd Monken, like he's essentially Raheem Morris. Like these guys, he's a little bit more qualified than Raheem Morris is, okay? He's a little bit more qualified.
Hold on, Mike. So I got a question for you. So why aren't y'all copping for Mike Bobo to be an offensive coordinator in the NFL?
Right. Because that's the thing.
No. I want to hear the answer to that. I want to hear the answer to that. So why isn't Mike Bobo an offensive coordinator in the NFL?
And what are your thoughts about Joe Brady? And like I said, Joe Brady, he's improving as an offensive coordinator, but like we gotta see if these guys fit. Like you don't even know a Todd Monken to be able to do anything with Michael Penix. Has he ever coached a pocket quarterback? No, he hasn't. Like even with Brian Flores, I mean, he snitched on the whole operation. I don't want no snitches on my team as a head coach.
But
At
Is
the
he a
end of
good
the day,
defensive guy?
I mean, but the thing what people have to understand when it comes to getting a certain coach, does his scheme fit the players that are on the roster? If they don't fit, there's no point in bringing them in. That's what people have to understand, man. You know,
Look, Randy. Let me say this. Raheem trash. Look, he's an offensive coordinator, not a head coach. Raheem is a head coach. And his resume is just as bad. Like, we gotta stop being the prisoner of moments. We don't know if Joe Brady is good for this. We don't know if Flores and any of these guys are meant for the players that's on the roster. You can't just hire guys because he did something good with this quarterback or this player. We gotta see if he's a fit. Everybody's so quick to say, "Hey, man, they had a good offense this year. Maybe we can do it." But would he fit?
Let me say it like this.
you
The
gotta have
problem, the problem that y'all had, that a lot of Falcon fans don't realize what they created is the coach mentally prepared to be the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Because if you really look at the aspect of this, I would rather be a quarterback of a New York team before I be a quarterback of the Atlanta.
We don't know what we are. These guys been here 2 years and we still trying to figure out what our offense and what our defense is.
Atlanta doesn't realize what it did was it created a culture, it created a mindset that people, like certain people, you were better off playing in New York before you play in Atlanta.
You know what?
Y'all don't realize that y'all literally have set that culture right here and there.
And that's a fact.
Man, look, man. I ain't got time for y'all. If y'all gonna be sensitive, man.
Randy being sensitive right now.
He being sensitive. Like, you just being sensitive. Just because, again, you can't prove that this guy's good at anything. Y'all just want to hire. This is the problem that we got this year. He wasn't qualified for the head coaching job. Nobody has told me what Raheem and Zach Robinson has been good at. Nobody. And you up here just grab y'all like, man, how you feel about this guy? Tell me what he good at. Y'all can't tell me what he good at. You can't even tell me what the Falcons offense is good at. But y'all up here just, man, y'all knowing it more than everybody. No, this ain't about knowing. We asking y'all what are these guys good at that you guys are hiring? This is the problem with it.
I tell you like this. If I'm a free agent quarterback, I would rather play in New York than I play in Atlanta.
Because what? Because Atlanta is a black. Look.
I'm gonna say it like this: Atlanta doesn't give a fuck about nothing else but symbolism at that position.
At Georgia, they want everything in Georgia to be like the Georgia Bulldogs. That's the problem.
Exactly. If it ain't the Georgia Bulldogs, well, Atlanta Falcon fans don't give a fuck about nothing.
They don't care. We don't know everything. I don't know why y'all. See, the thing is, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You ain't gonna sugarcoat. Kev ain't gonna. We're not gonna sugarcoat stuff because you asked us a question. And you wouldn't do it either. If I asked you a question, you wouldn't sugarcoat it. So why every time y'all ask us a question, we give our honest opinion. Y'all got it, man. Y'all know everything. You ask us a question, so stop being sensitive. If you don't want the answer, don't ask the question.
I'll say it like this: if you don't want the answer, unsubscribe.
It's simple as that. We're not gonna sit up. Go ahead, kid. Go ahead.
Randy is the typical motherfucker that want to bitch and complain about stuff. And when we give our opinion about the bitching and complain about it, then he want to be upset about something. I tell Randy, unsubscribe all of our channels. Because, nigga, we always say at the end of the day, We are not for everybody. Sit your ass down somewhere.
And do us a favor while you about to cry, okay? Just tell me what Todd Monken is good at. You want to ask us questions, but you ain't tell us nothing about him. And I truly appreciate everybody. We truly appreciate. But I am not here to be your best friend and say, yes, sir, master. That's not what we do over here.
It's just to me, people need to be honest with themselves, man. Do you want to continue to go through the same old, or do you want actual change? Do you want results? Or do you want to continue with the symbolism? Because again, symbolism and Kevin, you know, I've said this in private conversations. At the end of the day, symbolism is the reason why the Atlanta Falcons, let me say this, is the reason why the Atlanta Falcons do not have a Lombardi trophy in that trophy case in Flowery Branch. The question is, I said to people in the chat, do you want to continue to look good in a sense, or do you want to be good? When I say be good, you want to actually win games. Do you actually want to win your division again? Do you actually want to go back to the playoffs? Do you want to contend for a Super Bowl or actually win one? Because you got to be good to get that, to get all that what I just said. Or do you want to continue to look good, get some people in here that want to sell tickets and continue to lose again? Because that's what
we
you're hitting.
appreciate this from Dirty Birds ATL. Y'all inspired me to start the channel Only Positive from the Falcons, and y'all keep me motivated to be a diehard fan. Been watching y'all 10 years plus. This is my new channel. And like I said, again, this is not about bashing any coach. This is why we're in the predicament that we right now as a franchise. You got to find the right person. We can't worry about if the media likes him. You can't worry about if Mad Mike like the quarterback coach or the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Bring people that actually deserve the job. Everybody wants to just hire guys because I like this player. I want black. I want this team to represent the HBCUs or the Pac-10 or Pac-12. Like y'all like the Big Ten. Like y'all want things that you want. I don't want any of that. I want guys that actually deserve to be here. They're gonna work hard and play hard and not worry about because I got $100 million. I'm Julio Jones, but I'm mad because Larry Fitzgerald just got paid a bigger contract than I am, and now I'm gonna hold my team hostage because I want money too. I don't want players on my team like that. Wow. I want them to play and bleed for this team.
Mm-hmm. You want players that are going to run through a wall for this football team.
We at a point right now where the symbolism bullshit is what's holding this franchise back. And the symbolism shit, it starts with the AJCs. It starts with Arthur Blank. It starts with Rich McKay. It starts with the whole city in itself. We sit here and we bitch and moan about representation and symbolism. That this franchise itself is going to gravitate towards that, and the shit ain't working. And now what's happening is that the symbolism is not giving results.
That's it.
Wait, man, I don't pull that up real quick by Kenneth, man. Pull that up real quick.
We ain't got time for him. No, we ain't got time.
No, we ain't got. I'm gonna say it like this. The only culture that matters in football is the culture of winning football games. I don't give a fuck if the coach is black. I don't care if he's white. I don't care if the GM is black. I don't care if the GM is white. I don't care about none of that shit. If you're talking about winning football games, it don't matter what it look like. It's very interesting that majority of you some of my bitches is Georgia fans, and this symbolism bullshit that comes with the quote unquote quarterback position. Y'all don't give a fuck about symbolism as long as the Georgia Bulldogs winning. Am I correct?
That's a
Yeah.
fact. And to add on what you just said, the problem is winning is a byproduct of the culture. Winning is a byproduct. So I'm trying to figure out where did that come from? Winning is a byproduct of the culture. And if you ain't winning, that shit don't matter.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, because we dealing with a bunch of motherfuckers that was never cool in high school. That were motherfuckers that got picked on as kids growing up. They look for avocation of people to accept them. So when they look at the city of Atlanta, they look at Mike Vick and like, okay, yeah, the city of Atlanta is accepted because you got a lot of eyes on it. You got all this. No, you gotta win football games to be accepted.
That's it. That right
You
there.
got
Everybody get. We gonna start with Sean and then get with LT, Jew, and then Kevin and I close it out with our last takes. But go ahead, finish.
My thing is this, and I'm not even gonna pay attention what homeboy talking about because he's wrong. He sound wrong. He's just trying to act like he knows something. He don't know what he's talking about. But my thing is too, we have to start bringing in a proven product at the head coaching position. Somebody that's gonna actually establish a winning culture. Hint, hint. Because all this symbolism hasn't done nothing for this football team. You mean to tell me you don't have a football team here for damn near over 60 years and you ain't got not one single championship? Not one. Not one. You got 2 NFC championships, which is, well, if you really think about it, those 2 NFC championships are really second place. Because if you ain't got the Lombardi to go with that trophy, that George Hallis trophy, it's second place. That's what the fans need to understand. Stop accepting second place and actually bring somebody in here that's going to actually set a standard. We haven't set a standard. That's why this franchise has a losing record. As a matter of fact, Kev, look up that losing record, man, and say the numbers.
hold on. Let me see. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this right quick. Atlanta Falcons. Let me see stats. The Atlanta Falcons as a franchise is 402 wins, 519 losses, 6 ties.
And he say culture matters, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just want to point out that
It
Matt
ain't
Ryan got.
gonna last, man. Go ahead.
I just want to point out that Matt Ryan had 100 of those wins.
Exactly.
All right, finish. Yeah, close it out. Close it. Give your closing statement.
So the thing that comes down to it is the Atlanta Falcons had no reason to lose this game against the Jets, with the Jets being as bad as they were. My thing is, as much as we talk about trying to build a quote unquote culture, that's why I always ask the question, what culture in Atlanta are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a culture that's accepted by the Hotep community, or you're trying to build a culture that's accepted by the winning community in the NFL? Because the thing is, for me, and I, like I said, bro, as a football fan, you want to see your team win. You want them to win football games. I don't give a fuck if they are accepted by anybody or not. That is the Atlanta culture that I am disappointed in. We got too many motherfuckers in this space. We got too many motherfuckers in this media. We got too many motherfuckers who care more about being accepted by the aspects of the media more so than winning football games, and it is being shown by this football team that is all about being socially accepted more so than than winning football games. And I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I know me, I know Mike, I know Rashad, I know Jew, I know LT is sick and tired of seeing this team being mediocre as they are because y'all care more about being accepted by everybody else. Get the fuck up out of here. And I'm sorry about cussing because I just have to throw those in there because for some reason when we cuss, people tend to listen more.
Yes, they do.
I don't know why. You not winning football games being loved. You win football games by winning football games. You jackasses. Let me say it again. Can I say it again, Mike?
Yes, go ahead.
You are not winning football games by being loved by everybody. You win football games by winning football games by doing what you need to do to win football games. This is why, like you said, this is why the Atlanta Falcons are considered a joke as they are, because we care more about symbolism and how people perceive us in the media more
People
so
trying to
than
like
us.
us.
Exactly.
Jew?
That's all. That's all I gotta say on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna end with this, fellas. Yeah, I got some before. I just want to end with this. Like y'all talking about coaching. For the next head coach for this Atlanta Falcons team, I want a coach that's going to come in here with an identity. Well, we know what they have done. They can show us a resume of, look, this is what I've done over this many years. I'm an offensive minded, I'm a defensive minded. And personally, I like head coaches that call their own plays. That's just me personally. I like the Ben Johnsons. I like the Sean McVays because the NFL now is so transient, meaning coaches don't stick around. You know, teams are forever looking for the next great thing. I prefer. That's why I liked about Arthur Smith is he called his own plays, and that was my issue when Raheem Morris came here. I was like, if you're going to be a defensive-minded coach and you say that you cut your teeth on the defensive side of the ball, then call the defense. Most coaches that look at the D'Amico Ryans of the Texans, he calls his own plays. He calls the defense. If Brian Flores were to take over this team, 9 times out of 10, he's going to call the defense. Bill Belichick, for the most part, called the defense. Yeah, he had his son he brought on, and he had guys that worked up under him, but he had the ability, if he needed to take that play sheet and call the plays or in critical situations, he could do it. And I really feel like that's the problem with this team is when Raheem Morris came in, Mike's first question was, what is he good at? And he was right, because we're seeing it right now. This team has no consistency. This team has no identity, but that's because our head coach doesn't have an identity. He doesn't know what he does well. Mike keep telling y'all, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know what to do in certain situations. He just throwing stuff to the wall and hoping it sticks. So what I want for the next head coach is a coach that can come in here and show us a resume of what he's done and what he's good at. Look, I'm an offensive minded coach. I'm a defensive minded coach. This is how I plan to use these players that's on this team. Personally, this is just my personal feeling. I want the next head coach to be an offensive minded guy because the NFL, it leans towards the offense. The game is an offensive game. So personally, I would like another Ben Johnson, somebody like that, somebody that's proven. The reason I wanted Jim Harbaugh is because everywhere Jim Harbaugh goes, he's won. I know that he believes in being physical and running the ball. He was at Michigan. He was at San Francisco 49ers with Colin Kaepernick. Everywhere he goes, I know what to expect. That's what I want for the next head coach. Give me a blueprint and show me what you're good at. And to be honest, they shouldn't have to even show me. I should know as a football, as an average fan, I know what a coach can and cannot do. Because I don't just watch the Falcons. I watch football Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. I'm watching these other teams, and that's why we complain about it, because I'm like, with any other coach, this offense would be humming. With a Ben Johnson, I don't know if y'all watched that Black Friday game against the Eagles. Beautiful, beautiful game plan, motion, running the football, out physical the Eagles. He had a plan. So
Them
Damn
motherfuckers
right,
sat there.
dude.
Them motherfuckers sat there and ran for almost 300 yards against the
Yep.
fucking Philadelphia Bulldogs, nigga. Get yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see. So when y'all ask me what I want, I don't care what color they are. I don't care what race they are. If they can show me, lay it out for me, the blueprint of what they're good at. As coaches, Tom McVay, we know what he's good at. Kyle Shanahan, we know what he's good at. Bill
Ben
Belichick,
Johnson,
we knew what he
same
was going
thing.
to do. Ben Johnson,
Same
we know
thing
what he
with
was good at.
280 yards in Chicago. Ben
Well,
Johnson
you
just
got,
showed you what he did.
but you got to think about it. Ben Johnson came from the Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery system, so he helped build that shit.
That part. But he showed us. I really feel like, and y'all might not like this, but I really feel like Raheem Morris didn't want to come and call these plays on defense because he wanted to say when things go bad, it ain't had nothing to do with me. It was my defensive coordinator. Personally, when I see coaches not willing to call plays, that tell me that they trying to have a scapegoat. That's just me personally. Maybe I'm prejudging, but that's how I feel about it.
Preach on, Reverend. Preach on, Reverend.
That's how I feel about it. I feel like if you scared to call the plays and you just want to put it on off my OC. Look at the dang on Lions right now. Ben Johnson left. Who calling the plays? Dan Campbell, the head coach, is calling the plays because he said we gonna lose, we gonna win and die on my watch. He know that. I got it now. I gotta step up. Ben Johnson left. Hey, I'm gonna have to start calling the plays, and we gonna live and die with me. And that's what Raheem Morris got to learn, and that's why I want for our next head coach. So I'll leave it at that. But when you guys say, who should we get for the next head coach? Think about a coach that has an identity. You know what to expect. It's not like he said, 1 year of them being successful. We need to see a resume. Show me where you won. Show me where you had a top defense. Show me where you had a top offense. Show me that you have a backbone and you're going to run a system. Because basically every coach has their own system. So you got to show me a blueprint. If you can't show me a blueprint, as Arthur Blank, when I'm doing these interviews, I'm looking for a winning blueprint, and you got to show me what you've done before I'm gonna give you a head coaching job. That's just me personally.
Look, like they going what you say is that's the one thing that I could respect about Arthur Smith. He knew what the fuck he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
he knew what
he played.
He knew what
he down to it. He told David go on sit down.
Hey, look. He knew what he was. He went down with the damn ship.
Bro, Kev, in that game where we won the ball, he ran the ball like 30. He took over play calling from David Rigo and saying, "No, we gonna run the ball 13 straight times."
Exactly.
And I'm probably undercutting him, but all we did was run the ball. We gonna run the damn ball down their throat because we hot right now.
Yeah, but people didn't like him because he was people didn't like him because he was a wannabe tough guy. I bet you want that wannabe tough guy now.
That right there. All like I said, that's an excuse just to point their finger at somebody because they really don't want them. But like I said, man, we're going to get to the coaches. Like I said, we always wait to about mid-December to start doing the coaches because I don't want to be out here making videos that that's ultimately bullshit. I don't give people fairy tale dreams about a coach coming here. That's not what we about. If it's in the news, we will report it. But if it ain't, we don't make up stuff just to be making stuff up. But give us about mid-December to give you guys a
telling me we up and then we motherfucking throwing the ball 3 times while being up with 2 minutes left in the game. But as the head coach, nigga, I'm looking like, fuck you. We running the football. Yo, dumb ass. Get your no. We not doing this.
Yep.
Oh, we gonna throw the ball 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Don't that sound familiar, kid?
That sounds very Dan Quinnish right there.
He just sat back. He just sat. So, did you think? No, it's not necessarily prepping for failure, but you already have a system in place for failure. Just so, all right, things don't go well. You already got an excuse of who you gonna fire. That's why most guys do what they do, and that's the thing that Dan Quinn did. Like when you look at Kyle Shanahan, if his offense ain't doing nothing, He don't sit there and cry and say, "Oh, I need this and this guy to do." He's like, "Look, it didn't work because we didn't play well enough. That's it." But this guy right here, he throwing the finger at everybody else. You see, Kyle Shanahan didn't like the quarterback. What'd he do? He got him another one. He didn't sit up there and cry. He got another one. This is what we do. So, at the end of the day, the coach should always go down with the ship. You need to take over play calling. You need to take over thing. Take the helm. Because I'm not going to let my ship go down if I'm the captain. I built it. I paid for it. I'm not going to let it happen. It's going to go down. It's going to go down by me. So, LT, if you ain't got anything else, man, we'll pretty much call the show.
This y'all hadn't touched on the culture, but I want to touch on this fan base though, because people fail to realize it, and this goes back to what you said too, Mike. You were saying about wanting people that's going to be here. I want Falcon fans to understand that a lot of y'all have turned a lot of people away from coming to this organization. Seeing how y'all reacted towards players via social media. You know, remember back in 2019 when y'all were having arguments with Devontae Freeman and Devondre Cameron on social media? You know, y'all or you got somebody breaking in Hayden Hurst's car while he's out on an away game. You know, Calvin Ridley vehicle getting stolen at the gas station, stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that no other cities don't have those type of issues, but ours getting broadcasted across the world. And yet you think quality people want to take an opportunity to come to Atlanta and be the coach here when you are a rough and rugged fan base. But the issue is you ain't got nothing to be rough and rugged about, because what have we done as an organization? Tell me, what have we done as an organization? Did we have some bright spots? Absolutely. But what have we done as an organization? We got 2 NFC championship trophies in our trophy case and a handful of division titles. But what have we truly done for everybody to have this smock arrogance about themselves? Like we just been winning the whole time. Do y'all not know we made the postseason 6 times prior to Matt Ryan coming here? 6. Between 6 or 8, I can't remember exact which one, but between those 2 numbers, that's how many times we made the postseason. And then when Matt got here, we went 6 times within his career. Like, and I'm saying that because people have this mindset like we just been balling out for 60 years. That is a lie. And y'all have this mentality like we just be winning, or anybody just willing gonna take this job because it's Atlanta. You as a fan base make folks not want to come here with your attitude. If you don't like it, get rid of it. And that's where the problem come in. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Last year, y'all was all on the pennies parade. This year, y'all turned y'all back completely against the man. Last year, y'all riding with Raheem. This year, you turn your back against him. Now you can't say that about us because we said from the jump we didn't too much care for the hire, but we so supportive because in order for our team to be successful, he need to be successful. But we told y'all what was more than likely was going to happen, and here we are. So maybe y'all need to look at yourselves in the mirror and see who the real problem is. And when you do that, life gets easier.
Well, Raheem got fired. Raheem got fired or something.
Why you say that?
Oh, okay.
Raheem,
I wish it was a break. Listen, if it broke news and said Raheem Morris was terminated as the Falcon head coach, you know how we'll know? Because this man Mike will be stripped butt naked on his line right now.
No, he needs. I already done sent him to his room. He needs to stay in his room because he's been putting on showing out.
I'm just saying.
Listen, man. I had to get off social media for about an hour, man, because bro. Hey, man. You remember the old saying out of old head you said, boy, you fuck up a wet dream. That's Raheem Moore there. He'll fuck up a wet dream. I swear to God, bro. He'll find a way to fuck it up.
To add to what you're saying, I want another thing with the fan base. What do y'all be watching for 60 minutes? Now, don't get me wrong. We have some mishaps on the field, no doubt. People dropping passes when they should be, or whatever the case may be. But there is 60 minutes in football. Do y'all not pay attention to the possessions?
No, they
Do y'all
don't.
not pay attention to the coaching?
No.
Because they be
look, LT, you gotta remember, 80% of these motherfuckers don't even care about what the hell happens to the game.
I saw somebody put out a tweet and said, if it weren't for those 3 drop passes, we'd have won the game. What about the rest of the damn game? What is you watching?
You had major special team breakdown twice. You had a breakdown in coverage.
Fuck Marquise Williams and all he stand for. Get him the fuck up out of here.
That's correct.
And you had awful play calling by Zach Robinson, and I've been a defender of him. Awful situational play calling.
The quarterback taking deep shots on 3rd and 3 instead of throwing it to the dog on first down. Go ahead,
in bad weather. And that.
Run
3rd
the
and 1,
football.
you bring in your gadget guy, Felipe Franks, to run a toss sweep to Tyler Algier.
And that's the thing.
I wanted to choke that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean,
because why would you do that?
He's done that a couple times this year with Tyler Algier in it, and like I said, for the life of me, I don't get it. He just
He got a thing. In defense of him, we asked him to be more creative. So I don't know if we call that being creative.
Ain't nobody call for that. Nobody call for that. I don't know one fan that said he need to be more creative.
Well, let me reword that. No creativity. What that mean?
You know what? I'll give you that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll give you that.
I know that shit was said.
Yeah.
Think about it from this standpoint. Yo, number 1 wide receiver in this game was Darnell Mooney. He had 2 receptions for 25 yards.
Ew! Oh God!
It's hard. It's hard to stomach that. Like, you're a quarterback, you don't know how to get the. You're a quarterback, you don't know how to get the ball into a wide receiver. You can't get over this. There's no reason why a quarterback should not know how to get the wide receiver the ball.
Mooney, I saw 3 awful drops from Mooney now. We also.
Well, he's trash. I've been telling y'all he trash.
Yeah.
Look, Jude, me and Jude got into it. I still love Jude, but we got into about that.
Your boy, Devin Tompkins had one reception for 19 yards, and that shit came in the first quarter.
It's like when you watch this offense, man, it's like watching paint dry, bro. That's how.
What about receiver we signed this week? Didn't he play?
No,
yeah, he had. He played.
Osborne, whatever his name, he didn't play.
Oh, you talk about Dylan Drummond.
Dylan Drummond been on the team though.
No, I'm talking about the guy. I'm talking about KJ. Yeah, KJ Osborne.
No, he was on the practice squad. He didn't play this week.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Watching the Falcons offense is like watching 2 old people fuck, slow and sloppy. I swear to God, that's so stupid.
All right, we got to go, y'all. We
out. We
gotta go.
You just revitalized the whole thing. That is nasty, dog.
Ruin everything. No. We go, y'all. Peace.
We out. Bye.